fact that the car was very loose during that first run. You see the confidence he has to run that high line now, and he gets that position right now. They restarted ninth, but to make it a little bit better,
look out!
And big time trouble for Jason Leffler.
Oh, he's into the wall as he got turned.
Hold on, we got more coming here.
And this team, we were talking about it yesterday. Everybody was high expectations, thinking this might be one of those teams that could be a full-time nationwide team that would potentially challenge for at least the top 3 or 4 spots. But boy, they are just running into walls in more ways than one.
The one car got loose getting into the corner, and that's where you're most vulnerable, when you're on the outside of a guy that might be loose, and he sure looked loose there.
Yes, just what Marty said earlier in the race. You know, didn't know if you want to be on the outside. That guy on the bottom gets loose, and that's what you'll see. A lot of speed carried into these corners. One car goes up and hits Jason Leffler, sends him into the wall.
He's going to get by him. And the 70 of Shelby Howard trying to follow as well. Look out, they got trouble.
That might be a product of the earlier incident, the first incident.
That could be a payback. And oh man, fire in the #1 of James Buescher.
On fire, buddy.
They have got the window net down, and he is climbing out.
Y'all good. Jump on out. Jump on out.
Buescher is out, and you mentioned it. It goes back to earlier when Buescher got into the 38 and put him into the wall.
Dale and I talked about that incident, the first incident of the day, and it's hard to describe, folks, what it feels like when you're in the car. But for Jason Leffler, it feels like you got hit by an airplane. I mean, and it looks very sensitive from here, but he retaliated, I believe, there because he thought he flat got taken out.
Yeah, he didn't. And you know, when you're in that situation, you don't really know if they care if the guy got loose. You're supposed to be in charge of your car, and you know you're on the bottom side, and it's up to you. And yeah, I don't think there's any doubt right there what happened.
Well, here comes the 38 down towards pit road. The one car, Buescher, was running 18th. He had just gotten back on the lead lap, courtesy of Lucky Dog. And Buescher is heading towards, at least in the direction. No, now he's thinking better of it. This will be the second race in a row now that James is going to have a DNF. And he has been doing some good driving. But right now, NASCAR official talks to him, and he looks over, but thinks better of it. I guess maybe they'll talk about it back in the garage area.
I understand Jason Leffler's frustration, but I think when he watches the incident, he's going to understand that this is a young driver who made a mistake, maybe got in a little too deep, and hard to separate that.
Racetrack right now. Let's go back and take another look at this last incident on our 7th caution. Keep an eye on the 38.
We can see he gets a run up off of turn 4 here. And it just didn't give him any room for sure.
Now let's go back to lap 43, and this is what you were talking about. This is what started it all.
Yeah, I can't describe to you how hard that feels inside the car. It feels like you just got taken out. And early in the race, we knew that that type of thing might happen because the track was very, very slick.
Well, so here we are under caution for the 7th time in this race. Jason Leffler involved in an accident with James Buescher in that one car earlier. And again, this time.
You know, it just seems to me, and I know that everyone's thinking retaliation. I'd love to hear these two guys each side of the story. But the way he went in on top of him there, Leffler I'm talking about, he could have very easily gotten clipped a little further back on his rear quarter panel and been turned head on into the wall. So I don't know. It's interesting. We got, but Jamie Little is with the one. Jamie?
And that would be James Buescher. And James, I talked to Jason Leffler when you guys got together the first time. Needless to say, he was pretty frustrated. Was that a coincidence there?
I don't think it was a coincidence. I think it was probably intentional. We did get together earlier, and he crowded me down on the white line. I just got loose under him. I didn't mean to do it at all. But no, I guess he's mad at me for it, but I would be mad too. But I mean, he tried to wreck me under caution, a couple cautions earlier, and then just taking me out deliberately is kind of a little bit overkill. I mean, he crowded me, got me loose, and I slid up the track, took him out, but it wasn't intentional at all. What he did was definitely intentional.
You walked out here and you said, I guess everybody in the Nationwide Series is mad at me. Why?
I don't know. It seems like quite a few drivers have been getting mad at me lately, and I'm just trying to run my race and get up front. And we were leading the rookie points. We'll probably lose that this weekend. The 11's still running pretty decent, I think, and I saw the 16 getting back out there. So we'll probably lose a little bit in the rookie points, but I don't know. All the guys at Phoenix Racing are working really hard, and we got plenty of cars at the shop, so we going on to Phoenix.
Every week's certainly been an experience for James Buescher. Alan?
All right, while all this is going on, we said we were going to try and track down Jason Leffler. Jamie Little, you've got him.
And Jason Leffler has been parked by NASCAR, meaning he cannot get back out on the track. James Buescher said that was definitely intentional. Jason, what's your take?
Well, I don't know. My car was really tore up and it's hard to handle there. It was really fast. Drove right back up there with no quarter panel on it. I don't know, some could have rubbed the right front. It just took off on me. So that's part of racing. And it's a shame. The great clips, Camry was really good, even like I said, with it tore up as bad as it was. Our times were really good. So it's frustrating when you get taken out early like that, but it's part of the sport.
All right, that's a story, Marty.